If you want to create fun, animated educational videos for kids, stick around. I'm about to show you just how easy it is. And here's a preview of the video we'll be creating today.
Hey kids! Today we are going to learn about alphabets. Are you excited? Let's begin. This is letter A. A is for apple. This is letter B. B is for bat. This is letter C. C is for cat. Thanks for learning with me today. You did a great job, and I can't wait to see you next time.
All the tools and softwares we'll use in this video are linked below. Just check the description. To create an animated video, we'll need some animation software. For this tutorial, I'll be using Create Studio. It's super user-friendly, so even if you're new to video creation and animation, you'll have no trouble using it. Just a quick note, Create Studio isn't free, and you'll need a subscription to use it. On their pricing page, they have 3 plans: $27 a month for the standard license, $37 a month for the Platinum, and $47 a month for the All Access Pass. But here's some good news. At the time I'm recording this, they're offering a special deal. If you use the link in the description, you might be able to get their standard license for a one-time payment of $67. No subscription needed. Check the link to see if the offer is still available. Alright, this is the Create Studio home screen. There's a lot you can do here, but today we're keeping it simple and focused on creating an educational animated video. So let's go ahead and click on New Project to get started. Here's the Create Studio interface. On the left, you've got all the menu and resources you'll need. The timeline is at the bottom, where you can manage your animations. On the right, you'll find settings and resolution options. At the top are tools to move objects around, and in the top right, you'll find buttons to save your project and publish your video. The center is where the magic happens. That's your canvas. You can also resize these panels to suit your workflow. To get started, we first need to choose the video resolution. Just click on Resolution and pick the video size you need. Whether it's a standard video, vertical video, or square video. You'll also find handy presets for different social media platforms here. For now, I'm going with YouTube Full HD. Next, we need a friendly cartoon character to engage with the kids. To add one, just click on the Studio menu and then select 3D Creator. Here you'll find all the customizable 3D characters that Create Studio offers. For this video, I'm going to choose Zach. In the Settings panel, under the Customize tab, we can tweak Zach's appearance. I've saved some looks for Zach in the Presets tab. So I'll go ahead and select this one. Next, let's add a background. Click on the Studio menu, then select Backgrounds, and you'll see a wide range of 2D and 3D backgrounds available. You can use the search bar to find the perfect background for your project. or you can even upload your own image to use. For this video, I'll be using a simple color background. To do this, just click the plus button and select rectangle. Then you can resize the rectangle to fill the canvas. Click on the color option to pick your background color. And you can also choose a gradient if you prefer. For this video, I'm going to choose a simple gradient color background. Let's rename this layer to background. Next, we'll create the voiceover. You can either record it directly in Create Studio, or upload a pre-recorded file, or take advantage of the built-in text-to-speech feature for streamlined narration. In the text-to-speech section, you'll find two options: Create Studio AI Voices and Google Text-to-Speech. For this video, I'll be using Google Text-to-Speech. First, we'll add the text and select the language. Create Studio supports a variety of languages. I'll choose English US. After that, we'll pick the type of voice we want. Next, click Generate to create the voice. We can preview it.
Hey kids, today we are going to learn about alphabets. Are you excited? Let's begin.
And once we're satisfied, we'll click Import to add it to our media panel. Now let me create all the voiceover. With everything set up, let's animate. First, let's select Zach and head over to the Action tab in the Settings panel. Next, change the idle action to jump in. When we hit play, Zach will jump into the scene. Then we'll click on Add New Action and choose the wave action so he can wave at the kids. Using this square button, we can adjust the length of the animation. If we increase it, Zach will wave for a longer duration. And if we decrease it, we'll wave for a shorter time. Now, let's add our voiceover to the timeline and arrange it accordingly.
Hey kids.
We can use the Cut tool to trim the voiceover as needed. Next, right-click on the voiceover and select Sync with Zach. Now, when we play it, you'll see our character's lips move in sync with the dialogue.
Hey kids.
Now, let's add a new action: talking. This way, when Zach speaks to the kids, he'll also use his body and hands to express himself.
Hey kids. Today we are going to learn about alphabets. Are you excited? Let's begin.
Now, let's add some text that will pop up when Zach mentions the alphabets. To do this, we click on the plus button and select text. Then we'll type in the word alphabets. Next, head over to the Settings panel to customize the font. I've already picked out some fonts for this video, but feel free to choose your favorites. Create Studio offers a variety of pre-installed fonts and grants you access to the entire Google Fonts library. You can download and use any of those in your project. Plus, if you want to add your own font, Just click on the plus button to upload it to Create Studio. Next, let's adjust the color and spacing. If you'd like to add a white border around the text, just scroll down in the Settings panel and click on the Border option. Then increase the width and change the color to white. Next, let's position it on the timeline so that when Zach says alphabets, it appears on the screen. To animate the text, select it and head over to the Motion tab. Here, you'll find a variety of animations that can make your text pop onto the screen. Now, to keep the text lively while it's on screen, I'd like to add some animation to the letters. First, select the text and navigate to the Loop section under the Motion panel. Choose Scale and then click on In-Out. In the preset settings, select Letter. Here you can adjust the zoom and the number of loops. Next, we'll scale the loop animation on the timeline to give the letters a nice scaling effect. Finally, let's add an exit animation to make the text move off the scene smoothly. Here's how it looks. Now, let's add all the other voiceovers to the timeline. Now we'll write the letter A and make it look nice. Then we'll move it over to the left side. And next, we'll add the pointing left action to the character. Then we'll add the pointing right action. After that, we'll sync the voiceover with the character.
This is letter A. A is for...
Finally, we'll adjust the actions.
This is letter A. A is for apple.
To add an apple to the scene, go to the Media menu and click on Jiffy. Then select Sticker. In the search bar, type the name of the element you want. I'll search for apple. You'll see lots of animated apple images. Click on one to import it into the My Media panel. You can also search for other items, like ant, to find animated ant images. These fun images and animations keep kids engaged. You can search for anything you need. Now, let's add the apple to the scene and place it on the right side. If we hit play, you'll see the apple doesn't stay in the video for long. To fix this, we can duplicate the apple and line them up side by side on the timeline. Since it's a loop animation, it will look even better. To duplicate, just press Ctrl D. To keep the timeline neat and tidy, we can select all the Apple images and group them by pressing Ctrl G. I want to share a really cool feature of Create Studio. So instead of using animated images, I'll choose this Apple image. I'll find a nice spot to take a screenshot. Now I'll delete this group and bring the Apple image into our scene. I will place it on the right side. Next, I will add new text that says Apple and position it below the Apple image. Now, let's arrange and animate these. First, I'll animate the letter A. I'll select the letter and head over to the Motion panel. Then, I'll choose the backup animation. You'll notice it comes out from the center, but I want it to come from the bottom. To fix this, I'll go to the Settings panel, scroll down, click on Anchor Point, and change it to the bottom. Now, the letter A comes from the bottom. Next, I'll add a loop animation to the letter A, followed by a fade-out animation. Next, I'll add a spin-in animation to the apple. After that, I'll apply a spin loop animation. Finally, I'll add a fade-out effect to the apple. After that, I'll add an animation to the word apple. Then I'll apply the spin loop animation to it, followed by a fade-out effect. Next, I'll arrange the actions and assets to match the voiceover. Then, I'll add a dancing action to Zach, so the letter A and the apple stay on the screen a little longer. Now let me show you that cool feature I mentioned earlier in Create Studio. First, we select all three layers and group them by pressing Ctrl G. Then, we duplicate the group and move it forward on the timeline. When we select the group, you'll notice some interesting options appear in the Settings panel. Here we can easily change the text and images. First, let's update the text. To get a bus image, we go to Media, click on Jiffy, and search for bus. And then we take a snapshot of bus and replace the image. Next, we'll add some actions to Zach and arrange them on the timeline.
This is letter B. B is for bus.
Next, we'll duplicate the group again. Then, change everything to match the letter C. After that, we'll add actions to Zach and arrange them on the timeline.
This is letter C. C is for cat.
You can repeat this process for all the letters, but for now, I'll wrap up the video. First, I'll add a flying action. Next, I'll add a character view animation so Zach looks at the camera while talking. Then we click on the rotate option to turn Zach so it appears he's looking at the camera.
Thanks for learning with me today. You did a great job, and I can't wait to see you next time.
To make Zach fly away from the screen, we start with the character view animation again and rotate him sideways. After that, we add a position animation and move Zach off the screen.
And I can't wait to see you next time.
Finally, we can add any text we want. Now, let's add some sound effects and music. To find sound effects, go to Music and then FX. You'll see lots of sound effects here. Just search for whoosh to find some fun sounds for your project. If you want more royalty-free sound effects and music, check out pixabay.com. I'll add the link in the description.
About alphabets.
Now, let's add some music. Create Studio offers a wide selection of music in different genres. I've already picked out the music for this video. Let's add it to our timeline and adjust the soundtrack to match the other elements. After that, we'll lower the volume of the music track so it doesn't overpower our voiceover. And here's our final result.
Hey kids! Today we are going to learn about alphabets. Are you excited? Let's begin. This is letter A. A is for apple. This is letter B. B is for bus. This is letter C. C is for cat. Thanks for learning with me today. You did a great job, and I can't wait to see you next time.
To export the video, start by saving your project. Next, click on Publish where you can choose the video quality. Then select the output folder and choose where you want to save the video. After that, give your video a name and click Save. Your video will now start exporting. With Create Studio, you can easily create many types of animated videos. For example, here's a fun quiz video.
I bet you can't guess 5 out of 5. What country's flag do you see in the picture? Answer. What country's flag do you see in the picture? Answer. Follow us if it's been too easy so far. What country's flag do you see in the picture? Answer. Get ready. It's going to get harder now. What country's flag do you see in the picture? Answer. This one will really test your knowledge. Plus, don't forget to tell your score in the comments. What country's flag do you see in the picture? Answer.
And here's an informative explainer video.
Welcome to Kids Online Adventures, where every session is a new discovery. Join us as we embark on journeys filled with fun and learning.
Each online session is interactive, making learning fun for everyone. You'll be part of the action, solving mysteries and creating masterpieces. Staying focused for a long time can be hard, but we're here to help you stay on track. With engaging activities, we'll make sure you stay attentive and interested.
Learn tips and tricks to manage your time wisely and get the most out of each session. With good planning, you can balance fun and learning.
Gain confidence as you master new skills and showcase what you've learned. With each new skill, you'll become more self-assured and capable.
Discover how we can help you achieve your goals. Connect with us today for personalized support and innovative solutions.
With Create Studio, the possibilities are endless. You can create engaging content that captures kids' attention and helps them learn in a fun way. So go ahead and explore all the amazing features Create Studio has to offer.